In classic NFL free agency fashion, right after I filmed the video you're about to watch, Jeremy Fowler comes out with this report that the All-Pro special teamer Miles Killebrew is signing with the Bucs for a one-year deal at around $1.8 million, reuniting with our new special teams coach, Danny Smith from Pittsburgh. So Killebrew was with the Steelers from 2021 until now, and now he reunites with his old special teams coach, Danny Smith, which I think you got. Special teams is a little bit more important now with new rules and everything like that. So you want to have some chemistry. You want to have a guy that's reliable. And I think Killebrew brings that. And reuniting him with his old coach is huge chemistry as well. So let's go through the tracker real quick. Cade Otton re-signs. Kenneth Gainwell signs with the Bucs. Alex Anzalone joins the squad. Jake Browning, backup QB. And then pretty recently, A'Shawn Robinson yesterday signs with the Bucs. And then Miles Killebrew, brand new. So the video you're about to watch is right before Miles Killebrew got signed. So at the end of the video, you'll see this same, tracker of all the listicles and everything that you can see. But it won't have Miles Killebrew on there because we had to film this in front of our video to make sure that you guys know that Miles Killebrew is a part of the squad. And with that being said, let's get on with the video. You're watching Bucs Breakdown by Chat Sports. My name is Reed Barkus. Wherever you're watching, whenever you're watching, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're having a great day. If you're like, wow, this guy sounds terrible, it is because I'm a little under the weather. My voice is shot, and of course, perfect timing. Free agency news happening, updates, and everything. So I'm very, very sorry about that. I may, take some time to cough a little bit, and I'm very sorry. But we do have some updates for you during NFL free agency, and I couldn't let you go without any content. Now, coming up on today's show, we're going to be talking about a double dose of news, and make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already for updates during NFL free agency, like this one from Ian Rappaport. The Bucs are signing former Panthers standout A'Shawn Robinson to a one-year deal, $10 million fully guaranteed. Per the insiders, a raise after he was due to make $8.5 million with Carolina. Now, this is great. I really like this signing. Now, when I was in the bullpen yesterday at Chat Sports, I had a very long day. Like I said, I was very tired. I was very sick, and I was going to make a video last night for you guys, but I just could not get around to it. So I figured we could do it today. But everyone in the office was like, oh, because they wanted their team to get Mr. A'Shawn Robinson. So I'm very happy about this. 6'3", 320. He is a 10-year vet. So, I mean, if you look at the stats from last year, it's nothing that's going to pop off the screen for you. But he did have 65 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks, 8 QB hits, and 3 PBUs. He's honestly very sneaky in terms of getting his hands up on the line and batting some balls down. Now, he flew around a couple times. He was in New York. He was in L.A. Nothing too crazy with them. But in Carolina, he kind of broke out a little bit in 2024, and he had 80 tackles, 5.5 sacks, 8 QB hits, and 8 TFLs. And then last year, obviously, not as crazy as that, but still a very solid year for Robinson. And I love this pickup for the Bucs, honestly. Something that we really saw last year was the unfortunate mishaps in the run game. I mean, in that Carolina game, honestly, Rico Dowdle just ran all over the Bucs, and I think that was a big thing. The defense, I mean, we know, if you're watching this video right now, you know that the defense was one of the biggest holes and mishaps of last year. But I think something that really helps us is getting that D-line better for that run game, because Kalijah Kancey coming back, he had a huge boost for this defense. And him being out for a good amount of the year, it just wasn't the best. And having him back for this year, huge. And then you add a guy like A'Shawn Robinson, who is a run stuffer. And, I mean, having him next to Vita Vea, he's 320 pounds. And I don't know if you guys remember, but our team was at the Combine for this year, and we had the press conference for Todd Bowles and got some clips from that. And one of the things he was talking about was trying to add some size to this team. But I'll let you hear what he had to say from the Combine.
I think we need to get bigger from a team standpoint. I think we need to get bigger. We're smaller at some positions. From a size standpoint, I like to get bigger regardless of what position it is. And I think that'll be a little more emphasis this year.
So that's big. And he's big. So he's 6'3", 320 pounds. That is clearly Todd Bowles going after what he wants to do in NFL free agency or the NFL draft as well if you want to go get somebody a bigger size. But, I mean, he definitely fits that criteria at 320 pounds. But, I mean, he's a run stuffer, like I said, but he has some pass rush ability as well. You know, I was watching a bunch of clips from him last season, and he was getting to the quarterback on Tua. He was getting to Trevor Lawrence. So don't count out his ability to rush the passer and use that. So he's more of the inside, maybe zero shaded to a one. Sort of he can slide in on those stretch runs on defense. So I think he's a great pickup for this defense and something that we needed in the middle to help Vita Vea. So are you guys happy with the signing of A'Shawn Robinson? Please let me know down in the comments section. I always love reading your comments. I read all of them. At least I try to read all of them. But please let me know what you think in the comments section. Type Y for yes if you like the signing, or type N for no. And if you type no, please let me know why. Now, moving on to the second part of our show, the double dose of signings, because they are bringing back Sean Tucker at the restricted free agent tender of $3.5 million. Well, $3.52 million. Our guy Rick Stroud breaking the news. I don't know if it was him breaking the news, or I like to give Rick, you know, some credit here, but said Bucs are tendering Bucs running back Sean Tucker. And now, I do want to say, so he says the 1-year tender of $3.52 million gives the Bucs rights of first refusal of any offer he may receive as a restricted free agent, stable running back room for the Bucs. So, like I said, that restricted free agent tender is a 1-year, $3.52 million. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm still very sick. But now, he is a very good running back. I think we've seen that, but we're not out of the losing Sean Tucker game. Somebody could go and offer him maybe 1 year, $4 million. So yes, we bring him back, but he still has the chance to go and talk to offers that other teams may have had. If, you know, somebody like the San Francisco 49ers want to bring him on a deal that's more than $3.5 million, then I would say let him walk. I don't think, you know, I love Sean Tucker. I think he's a great addition to this this running back room, but I don't think he's worth more than what the tender is. So if a team goes and tries to, you know, steal him from us, I'd say let them steal him. Now, when we look back at his 2025 season, the big thing that is really good for Sean Tucker is those 8 total touchdowns. 1 receiving, I believe 7 rushing. Now, excuse me. He only had 86 carries, 320 yards, averaging about 3.5. He's a bulldozer, bowling ball type of running back that we need in this linebacker. Or I keep saying linebacker. I'm so sorry, guys. In this running back room. Now, in his career, you know, 151 carries, 651 yards, and averaging just a little over 4 yards and 11 total touchdowns. Now, his biggest week, we know, last year was Week 11 versus the Bills. Total breakout game, 19 carries, 106 rushing yards, 2 receptions, and 3 total touchdowns, 34 receiving yards. And that was like a, whoa, here's Sean Tucker. Like, is this a possibility of him being a solid backup running back? And as much as we would love him to be, I don't think that is what we're doing. And that's clear by the signing of Kenneth Gainwell in free agency this year. Kenneth Gainwell, more of a receiving back. He had a breakout year with the Steelers last year, which allowed him to get, you know, the money that he's getting with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But this running back room is really good in terms of the versatility that we have. I think Bucky Irving is our one of one, you know, our RB1. But having guys like a Kenneth Gainwell, who's a reception, you know, maybe on a second down, you throw a wheel route to him, something like that. It opens up the offense a lot more when you have 3 guys that do 3 different things very well. And I think Bucky Irving, I think he does, you know, he's a very good running back, but he also can work on his receiving as well. So I think Kenneth Gainwell being in there will help that. So I like this. I'm very okay with this running back room. Now, would I have liked to maybe get an upgrade? There's no real upgrades that you can get in free agency in terms of, we want to go behind Bucky Irving, but I mean, if we do keep Sean Tucker, that's a great running back room. And I think so. I hope you think so as well. Now, to end the show and kind of go over what has happened so far in the Buccaneers free agency, giving you some updates. Obviously, we re-signed Cade Otton to a $30 million, 3-year, $30 million year. There's some, thoughts on that from other people. It's kind of not split, but there's some people that are like, why would we bring him back? And it's expensive, or hey, he's consistent and he knows the offense, that sort of thing. But then we go ahead and get Kenneth Gainwell on a 2-year, $14 million a year, $10 million guaranteed. And probably my favorite signing is Alex Anzalone, the 9-year linebacker vet from the Detroit Lions. 2 years, $17 million. We'll have to keep an eye on Levante David making his decision in the coming weeks or so, maybe this week or next week, about if he's going to return or not. So if he doesn't, we have a good replacement for him. And then Jake Browning, a 1-year deal for the backup QB. I have my thoughts on this. Jake Browning, I don't think he's a very good quarterback, but having a veteran backup, veteran in terms of, he backed up Joe Burrow and has had some experience playing, I think that's okay. And then A'Shawn Robinson, brand new down there on the bottom of your screen. And we go to some losses for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Of course, Mr. Mike Evans going to the San Francisco 49ers. I still can't believe I'm saying that out loud. Feels weird, but as I'm thinking more about it and just the thoughts of losing Mike Evans, I think just losing him in general and him leaving Tampa and him not being a Buccaneer anymore, he's going to be a Buck for life in terms of his legacy and what we think of him. But I think it's probably the best for both parties. He's got a new chapter. We don't want to bring him back. He's a little expensive, injury prone, that kind of thing. When you look at it in a box, forget about what he's done. Like, it's hard to forget about everything that he's done, but I think it was the best decision for both parties. Now, Jamel Dean goes to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Teddy Bridgewater signing with the Detroit Lions, him going back there. That's kind of funny. I think his time was just for fun here, being a nice veteran QB. But Logan Hall signing with the Houston Texans. And then Christian Eisen signing with the Detroit Lions. And very recently, literally right before we started filming this video, Rachaad White signing with the Washington Commanders. I don't know if you guys saw, very, very early in the season ending, he was very quick to be like, hey, I'm not coming back. Said his goodbyes to the Bucs fans. I have no ill will against Rachaad White. When your contract is up and you're ready to go somewhere else, I think you're by all means go ahead. And the rumors were the Washington Commanders. Turns out he's going with the Washington Commanders. So you tell me, guys, what do you think of the Buccaneers doing in free agency? Grade the Buccaneers 2026 NFL free agency so far. I'm sorry, my head is still very cloudy. But grade it for me in the comment section for me, please. A, B, C, D, or F. How do you think they've been doing? Now, before this A'Shawn Robinson signing, I probably would have given it like a C- or like a C, just because you lose a lot of players and maybe, bringing back a couple and then, just minor signings and maybe expensive. So I was sort of just like at a C. But after this A'Shawn Robinson, I'm at a B- right now. He is a perfect addition to this defensive line. We needed bigger guys. We needed help on the run defense. And he's a veteran that knows what to do on the defensive line. He's got a lot of experience in that sense. So I think that's a great pickup, and I think that bumps it up to a B-. But please let me know your grades in the comment section. And that's all I have for you on today's show. This is me. I'm Reed Barkus. And make sure you hit the subscribe button because we got updates coming all week long, all offseason long. Anything that goes down with the Bucs, even if I'm sick, I'm still going to try and give you guys the best content possible. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you haven't already, go ahead and go over to Instagram. We have an Instagram for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers breakdown. It is Bucs Breakdown IG on Instagram. So if you guys have Instagram, you use that. I'll link it down in the description below. So make sure you guys go over there and follow for more content. I post all the shorts and stuff over there. So it would be really, really cool if you guys would follow that. And as always, fire the cannons.